Hey, we're live here at Strata. This is Jeff Carpenter with Patrick McFadden.
Hey everyone.
And we just want to talk about what's going on here. Like, what's the vibe of this year's Strata?
What is the vibe? Well, we're at Strata, New York. So
Okay.
It's a different vibe than every other Strata you go to.
Yes.
I think that's an important thing.
Really nice international audience here. I feel like
A lot of people from Europe.
a lot of
people
guys
South America.
Yep.
I met some guys from Brazil that were doing some stuff at work at a bank. And apparently this is the destination for, if you're in South America, coming to Strata, New York is quite a destination.
That's where you want to go, just like we want to go to London.
Yeah, exactly.
What are the big trends? What's everyone talking about this year?
What I think mostly what I see now is the streaming thing is huge. Everyone's talking about streaming.
Are we at peak streaming?
Not quite yet.
Okay.
I think right now we are heading really quickly towards a trough of disillusionment.
Ooh.
Oh,
okay.
it's bad because everyone that has tried stream is failing miserably.
Okay.
The other thing that I've noticed is ML is also in this really weird like machine learning.
Everyone's trying to figure it out still.
Yeah, and there's still like 4 people that figured out how to make it work.
Yeah.
And they're bragging about it, and now there's all these little startups that say we can make you successful.
Right.
I haven't heard yet a general use case where people feel like they can do it, like the average developer working at some company that needs to make a buck.
Right.
Where are they using that?
Well, enough people need to figure out how to make it work for point solutions, and then we can start to generalize. I feel like we're not yet at that point.
Not yet. So what did you see?
Well, this is an interesting conference because it's always 3 conferences in one.
Right.
So you have the vendor track, so a lot of vendor presentations,
Tons
which
of
are great. Then there are like researchers and people that are just kind of doing cool stuff with technology, discovering things. I love those talks.
Right.
And then there is kind of like the major trends that and the messaging that the organizers are really trying to drive. So this year, that is a real big theme about social responsibility. So we've started assembling all this data, big data. We got a lot of data. What are we going to do with it? I know we're going to use it to drive decision making.
For good.
For good.
Public
Well,
good.
well. So this is like the conscience is coming to the fore this year because everyone's like, oh my goodness, we're agents of oppression. We're collecting data and then feeding them into models that are reflecting back our biases right back out, only at 10 times the signal strength.
Well, I've said this before.
Yeah.
The greatest minds of our generation are in Silicon Valley trying to figure out how to make you buy one more thing.
Right. So I think it's a good challenge. Like, okay,
All right.
well, how do we make this different? How do we turn these skills around for good? A lot of great technical details, kind of technical nuggets buried in different places.
Have you
Nothing that
noticed,
stood out.
have you noticed any of the swag? About the swag in this event? Which was the best swag you saw?
A lot of fidget spinners. It's
Fidget
popular.
spinners are everywhere.
Yeah. And then we're giving out socks.
Socks are good.
Data socks.
Yeah.
Not so many T-shirts this year. There's a few around.
It just seemed like there was a dearth of T-shirts. Yeah.
There were guys. Who's the booth? Is it SAS handing out beer steins?
Beers.
Yesterday?
Yeah, the Germans were there with the beer.
Kicked it up a notch.
It was SAP.
SAP. That's right.
Yeah. Of course. And we were very appreciative of that. And then there was another booth, they were giving away the big Millennium Falcon Lego, which I think kind of wins it. That's the swag winner in my book.
Oh, if Dweehai watches this video, he's gonna
They were raffling
get
that
a little
off.
excited about that.
That was a good move, yeah. So, I mean, that's kind of like our insider view of conferences, but I think if anybody's been in a conference, this is kind of what we're here doing, is collecting swag. I see people walking around backpacks and stuff, and I'm like, where are you going with all that stuff? But yeah, we have gotten to this point where technology here is just, if you look around, there's not a lot of super cutting edge right now in database and data.
Yeah.
It's a lot of maturity and trying to figure out.
Well, that's
where
what it is. We're taking all these platforms and databases that we've been building and these technologies, and they're just getting more solid. So it's less exciting and cutting edge, but it's about solidity.
Yeah, because there was an explosion of startups and technologies and all these things because there's a whole different way of working with data. And now it's starting to coalesce a bit. There's still startups that are doing interesting things. A lot of them are streaming ML. That kind of thing. But I think that coalescence now is turning into like, all right, getting to the more boring part of running that kind of technology, which is the day-to-day operations.
Yeah, it's all grown up and responsible now, and having kids.
It's terrible.
And
The minivan of data.
Yes.
It's terrible.
That's what it is.
Yeah. So
Awesome.
I think that's what it is.
All right. Well, that's it for now. We'll wrap it up for now and look for more content from us on DataStax Academy. Thanks.
All right, thanks.